Okay, let's get on with this outdoor test. So, as you guys can see, or if you can't see, because I can't really see, the two laptops are both in their brightest setting. So that's that. Let's do our static wallpaper test again, and we'll go full screen. I should have done this earlier, but it was really hot earlier. So it's actually right now somewhat bright sunlight, early evening, late afternoon in this test outdoors. So take that for what you will. I'll probably do another one in brighter sunlight, but yeah, this is what we can do right now because I was busy earlier working on things. So I can't really see how my camera is looking at them right now because in my camera, it's kind of dim what I'm looking at in my camera. So what I am seeing is that it's actually popping more on the Aero 15. Although I could see my reflection on the Aero 15 OLED, whereas on the Alienware I can't. As you guys are viewing this outdoors, remember the Alienware is supposed to have the brighter screen at 584, where the Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED only has a 450 nits of brightness on its screen. But because of the contrast and the inky blacks of the OLED, from what I'm seeing, is I could see it better on the Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED, even with the reflections. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's go on to some actual videos. Okay, let's start these 4K demos. This one is called 4K Abstract Screensaver. Hopefully they'll play in sync. My Gigabyte is not getting a good signal, so we'll see what happens. So the sun is really starting to go down. I apologize. I'm probably going to do another one when it's actually a little bit earlier in the day. But I've been just pretty busy today. I had to work on my car. And then I tried to take a nap, overslept, and now this is where we're at. Later on, early evening. outdoors. But the Alienware is matching the colors of the Aero 15 OLED. I can still see some reflections on the Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED, but when there's a lot of colors, you really can't tell between the both of them right now which one is the OLED screen and which one is the IPS screen. Well, actually I can see myself. Like if I wave right there, you guys can see my hand probably waving. Okay, we're gonna do our Samsung Quantum Dot demo display. Okay, we're gonna do the Sony 4K demo that I did last time here outside. Just fast forward it up a little bit because it's got a long intro. So let me know what you guys are seeing. But from what I'm seeing, they're matching up pretty well as far as the colors. The contrast ratios, that's something a little bit different. The reflectiveness or non-reflectiveness is a little bit different. But the reflectiveness of the Aero 15 OLED in this case, because it's not that bright right now outdoors, it's not really a hindrance, and it's helping it out a little bit with its punchier blacks of the OLED. Like I said again, the Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED is a 4K display, 60 Hz refresh rate. It's a Pantone validated display out of the box, 450 nits of brightness, all your like sRGB 100%, DCI P3 100%, Adobe RGB 100%, Delta E less than 1. The Aero 15 OLED, my measurements and calibration is 584 nits of brightness, 240 Hz refresh rate, 2 milliseconds response time. It's a Dolby Vision certified display. It's got 100% of the sRGB, 99% of DCI-P3 and 98% of Adobe RGB, and a delta E of 1.5. But you can't really tell right now from what I'm seeing. But yeah, I should have done this test a lot earlier, but it was a lot hotter earlier. Let's move on. Okay, here is abstract colors. Okay, this will be our last demo outdoors because I'm starting to lose sun. We'll probably have to redo this again when I can get out earlier. And it's starting to get cold out here actually. Okay, so we are back indoors because I started losing sunlight. Like I said, I apologize. I'm gonna have to do another outdoor test in the future in really bright sunlight. But we're gonna go in here indoors and I'm gonna try to mimic that by turning on some of my lights in my room, my recording lights. And I'm gonna point them directly at the laptop. So let's see how this looks. Here we go. actually lower this. Okay, so you guys can see my lights if you look at my Sony Aero 15 OLED in the background. You could see the lights on the TV, that right in between the laptop right there, and it's pointing right at the as close to the laptops as I can get them. And let's start playing the demo. See, the Aero 15 is a little bit ahead, or the Alienware. Now they're about the same, so that should be good. And what are you guys seeing? How do they look? Back this up a little bit. Yeah. The Alienware, as if you guys didn't know, it's always been on the left, and the Gigabyte is on the right. And it's probably gonna get hot in this room because I got all my lights on. So I'm gonna try to bear with it until I can't, and then we'll end the video. Alright, let's go to another demo. Okay, I had to reposition the laptops a little bit. We're gonna play the Samsung QLED, another Samsung QLED demo. So let's get it playing, and then I'll start talking. Hopefully I have these in sync. But as you can see through the recording lights on the laptops, there's a little bit of glare on the top part of the Alienware, like right over here. You can't see that glare on the Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED. Probably because, maybe because it's more reflective and it doesn't have the anti-glare. But you could see me through the screen. I can wave my hand and you guys can see it right there, right? Especially in a black screen, you could actually see my face, probably. My glasses. You can't see that on the OLED or on the Aero or on the Alienware. If I try to wave, you can't really see any of my reflection. So take that for what you will. Okay, did it go to another demo? I guess it did. This is a true black demo, it looks like. And I think we played this last time, so I'm just gonna let it place. I'm gonna let it keep playing. Now the arrow is a little bit ahead. The reason being too is because they load up a little bit differently. Sometimes the Alienware will load faster, and sometimes the Gigabyte will load up faster on these videos. So I don't know. Mostly it's usually the Alienware, because the Alienware does have a faster Wi-Fi. A little, it's a generation faster, or a generation newer on the Wi-Fi. You have, I think, Wi-Fi 6 on the Alienware, and you have Wi-Fi 6X or 6EX on the Alienware. And let's see. get these guys in sync. But on a blacker background, you can see the glare on the Alienware where you can't really see on my Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED, but you can see my reflections. I'm gonna move the light a little bit and try to get it closer, more closer to the Alienware. See, you can't see no glare off of the Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED. There's no glare, but you can see me. You can see me in all my glory. Right? Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna point the light up a little bit. There you go. That makes it a little bit better, at least for the Alienware. Now, like I said, the colors are pretty similar, except for when you get to like videos with black backgrounds, then the colors look a little bit off. But in just all color background or white background like this one, it'll show. It won't really show. You can't really tell. See, the Alienware loaded up again, and then I had to try to slow it down. And now the Aero is a little bit faster. Okay. See, when it's all colors, they're pretty even. And that's how you can really tell. Like in the color abstract that you guys saw. In the color abstract video. They were both pretty much the same, and in some of the outdoor nature videos you could tell, or you can't really tell between their different colors. Like right now, see where it's all colors, they look really similar. It's only when you're looking at black backgrounds and there's a picture there where you can really tell. Play another LG demo. Accidentally pressed the other one faster. See, this is what I'm talking about. When you have a black background in the picture, you can tell the difference. But when it's a pure just colors like that, you can't tell. They look very much the same. See? It's only when there's a black background in the picture is where you could tell the difference between the Alienware and the Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED. I would really love to play some like trailers for you guys, some fast action trailers, but I'm afraid of getting a copyright strike, so I don't know what I can do. If I play some video game trailers, I'll probably get a copyright strike on that one too. Okay, we are back. And why do I say we are back? It's because my Alienware ran out of battery as we were going through some of the demos, which is kind of odd because I didn't even have it unplugged for too long, maybe an hour. So maybe I didn't plug it back in last night, or yeah, the other night when I unplugged it and then put it back on my desk. Anyways, while it was getting charged back up, I found some free game demos, I guess. Hopefully. It says it's free to use as long as you plug the channel, and I want to make sure I get this channel's name right. So the name of the channel is No Copyright Gameplay. No Copyright Gameplay is the name of the channel. So if you guys want to check out their channel and see some free gameplay or use it for your videos, this is the channel to use. So big shout out to the channel No Copyright Gameplay, and let's do this game demo right here just for some kicks, because you guys know I don't play video games, and this will probably be the closest thing you guys will see on these laptops as how they do with video games, sort of. Probably in real life. Okay, so this video demo, the highest resolution is in 1440p. We know that the Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED is in 4K, so that's one. And then Apex is a newer game, and I don't think the video. So one thing we also got to take into account, that if this game was actually installed on both of these computers, the Alienware would be running it a lot smoother. On the Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED, I would probably have to, one, lower the resolution and the display settings, like from, let's say, ultra high quality to probably medium or high, or yeah, just medium quality at a lower resolution, maybe 1080p, because the graphics cards on these two laptops are different. The graphics card in the Alienware M15 R7 is a 3070 Ti, whereas the graphics card on the Aero 15 OLED is a GTX 1660 Ti. So that's a big difference in the graphics department right there. So that is pretty much how they would look playing games. At least how the Alienware would actually look playing a game. And in the final, in my final review, you guys will see some game demo that I shot with my nephew playing Valorant. So stay tuned for that. Let's head on to another demo. Okay, we're gonna play this Sony Bravia 2021 4K demo because I just found this video. I was looking up 4K action demos and this popped up. I don't know if it's actually an action demo, but as I was watching it, I was like, hey, this is a good demo to show off colors once again. And I do, like I said, have my recording lights on, pointed at the laptops, so you guys can see for any, you know, any glare or any kind of reflections on the two screens. But what I like about this demo, other than the colors, is that it's not really going to favor an OLED screen like that's on the Aero 15 OLED. So that's what I like about this. And we'll probably do one more demo after this one, so that this video don't take too long. And we'll probably do a sound comparisons. Although this ain't an in-depth video, we can do a sound comparison just to see. Okay, so this will probably be our last trailer. As you can see my reflections again here on the Gigabyte 15 OLED, and on the Alienware you can't see my reflections, even no matter how much I try to get in front of the laptop, you won't see it. Anyways, we're gonna play this THX demo. I know this one is not non-copyrighted, hopefully, But what I want to do with this demo is to show you guys how the two laptops sound, just for, you know, just for kicks, to see how they sound. This is not really an in-depth demo, but I wanted to show you guys how the two laptops sound. Okay, so first up, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the system settings, sound, make sure they're both at 100%, make sure I have the proper speaker on, because I usually have my Alienware always on Bluetooth speakers. So yeah, it's on Realtek right now. Let's go to the Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED, click sound, and it is playing off its Realtek audio at 100% volume, as you guys can see right there. And you guys see my reflections on any of the screens with the studio lights. Okay, now let's go back to the demos. So I'm gonna play I'm gonna unmute the sound on each of the two laptops one at a time. So first off, let's just start playing the demo and then start playing unmuting the sound. First up is the Alienware. I'm going to play the sound from the Alienware, and then I'm going to go with the Gigabyte. So this is the Alienware's built-in speakers. And it's a 1-minute video, so like 40 or 35 minutes in, we'll go with the Gigabyte and see how it sounds. Okay, now go with the Gigabyte. Okay, we're going to do one more demo and then call it a wrap. And I'm going to give you guys my conclusions. So we're going to do a sound test. We're going to play the song, the first song up there. It's called Illusions, Anno Domini Beats. You guys have heard it in my speaker videos. Gigabyte is already unmuted. We'll start with the Gigabyte first. And we are at full volume. Yep. And if you guys didn't know, I am actually about like a foot away from my laptops. Alienware. And we at full volume. Yep, full volume. Okay, so that was 1 minute in on the Alienware M15 OLED. So let me know what you guys think sounded better in that little few sound test that was on there. Needless to say, nothing to write home about. You could see why I use either Bluetooth speakers or I'll use headphones with the, I'll plug in my headphones with these two laptops when I'm watching movies or listening to music. So because they do both have headphone ports and they're pretty decent, but I'll use one of my DAC amps when I plug in the DAC amp first and then my headphones to the DAC amp on these two laptops if I'm using wired headphones. And normally I'll use the Bluetooth speakers on any of these two laptops for listening to music and watching movies. Alienware M15 R7 on the left and the Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED on the right. Again, the Alienware M15 R7 that I have is a 240 Hertz 2K display. It has a 2 millisecond response time. OLEDs usually have a faster response time on the Aero 15 OLED, but the refresh rate on the OLED, Aero 15 OLED, is 60 Hertz, and it's a 4K screen. So that's 2160p and 1440p on the Alienware. The Alienware is 1440p and the Aero is 2160p. So it's pretty much twice the resolution of the Gigabyte Aero 15, or it's twice the resolution. The Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED is twice the resolution of the Alienware at 4K versus 2K. But like I said, their colors are pretty similar, except for like when you're watching really deep dark blacks and pictures with deep dark blacks and stuff. But with colors and everything like that, the colors are pretty similar. And the Aero 15 OLED, though, you will save money if you don't have a friend who can calibrate your screen for you, as the Gigabyte Aero comes out of the box color calibrated and Pantone certified display. It's also, as a display, probably has less harmful blue light, but Alienware, the display on the Alienware, I believe is an AU Optronics or an LG display, I can't remember, but it also has UV blue light a filter or UV certifications or something like that. They both have that. The Alienware is Dolby Vision certified for, I think, Dolby Vision 500, and the Gigabyte Aero 15 is HDR 400 certified. So take those for what you will. Not that they can, remember HDR, when playing videos or movies in HDR, it's only for a short moment, so they're not at their full brightness all the time. But if it matters to you, the Alienware does get a bit brighter at 584 nits. The Aero 15 OLED, its top brightness was 450 nits. But looking at them two side by side, you can't really tell which is the brighter picture right now. Especially in indoor light. In bright sunlight, you could probably tell a little bit better. But like I said, I want to apologize. I'll do another follow-up probably in the future in even brighter outdoor sunlight tests on these two laptops. But I just wanted to get this video out so you guys can see the differences when there is bright light or outdoors and sunlight with the few sunlight that we had. But all in all, you guys can see why I still love my Aero 15 OLED and why I didn't want to give it away or give it up, because of that beautiful 4K OLED Super AMOLED display on this Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED. It's not just an OLED screen, but it's a Super AMOLED screen, the same screens that are on your Galaxy, top-end Galaxy phones, like your the S22 Ultra that's getting released, that's just released, or the soon-to-be released S23 Ultra will probably also have a Super AMOLED screen. I have a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra with the Super AMOLED screen, and I've been loving Super AMOLED screens on my phone. It's probably the same Super AMOLED in their Samsung Tab S8 Plus and Ultra. The regular S8 and S7s, Tab S7s are just IPS displays, which would probably be like the Alienware right there. The Alienware is an IPS display. But the point being that I wanted to make is that the Alienware, for being a gaming laptop, has a very good screen if you want to do video editing or Photoshop and, you know, any kind of like editing, photo editing and video editing work. It doesn't have to be, for me it's DaVinci Resolve, for others it might be Adobe, but they have very good, the Alienware has a very good screen and a pretty accurate screen for that, which is, you know, unheard of with most gaming laptops, right? Most gaming laptops will not give you an accurate screen like what Alienware is giving. So that is pretty nice, and that's probably why you pay a higher price for an Alienware laptop versus others. Although I do heard the Lenovo, that's why I wanted to get the Lenovo Legion, because I heard it had a pretty good screen, the Lenovo Legion 5i that I was interested in, and that had the 16:10 aspect ratio, which I feel is better for video editing than the 16:9. But the 16:9 aspect ratio that's on these two laptops, the Alienware and the Gigabyte, it's better for movie watching because you won't see those black bars. Like right now, there is no black bars. You will see black bars on the screen if you're using a 16:10 laptop display. But again, you know, that's in the preference of whoever is buying or using the laptop. And the other laptop that that's a gaming laptop that I heard had a very good display is probably Razer, right? But Razer laptops are so expensive and way overpriced in my book. I don't know if I would ever be able to afford a Razer laptop unless I start making money off this YouTube channel, or Razer lends me one so I can test it out. The MSI, I think it's called the MSI Titan GT77 or something like that. It's a big desktop replacement. That one also had a nice 4K OLED screen that was supposed to be pretty accurate as far as gaming laptops goes. But point being, like I said, there aren't too many gaming laptops that are going to give you those accurate colors and, you know, very good screens. Not too many gaming laptops, especially the cheaper gaming laptops, are not going to give you good, you know, screen or good screen quality or good colors out of the box. So that's going to wrap it up, guys, for this display comparison between my newest, or my newer laptop, the Alienware M15 R7, versus my older laptop favorite, the Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED with the Super AMOLED screen. I'll put links to the Alienware down below if you guys are interested in it. I won't make money off of it unless you guys get it off Amazon. But I'm not affiliated with Alienware or Gigabyte, so take that for what you will. I just love these two laptops for what they are, for content creation, for what I do, which is content creation. The Gigabyte Aero 15 OLED, I don't know if it's still on sale. Maybe the newer version of the Aero 15, but the newest Gigabyte Aero creations, the Aero 16, I was not interested in getting. And if you guys don't know, watch my Alienware M15 R7 unboxing for that. They just made too many changes that I didn't like with their newer creator laptops. Anyways, if you guys have found this video helpful and informative, please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at The Workout Geek for all my latest happenings and great workout tips. Till next time, everybody, take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day. And we'll see you soon for another video. Take care, everybody.